Hi there, I'm Joy. Welcome to my channel, it's Yoga with Joy. So this is day 21 of our moon yoga series. We're following the lunar cycle, right from dark moon through to full moon to dark moon. So it's a 30-day process. The moon cycle being 29 and a half days. Yeah, it's feeling like we're kind of holding postures rather than flowing through them. Yeah. Feels lovely and stretchy, and if you're following your menstrual cycle, I hope you're enjoying it too. Okay, great. See you in a moment. La luna llena, la luna, la luna llena. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position. Whatever that is for you, make yourself nice and comfy. And begin by bringing your attention to your breath. Notice how your body responds to the inhale and the exhale of your breath. Notice which areas expand as you breathe in. Notice which areas lengthen as you breathe in. Notice which areas contract, soften as you breathe out. Notice which areas begin to relax as you breathe out. Notice how your spine responds to the breath. See if you can feel a slight creation of space between each vertebrae. As you breathe in, notice how that space still resides there as you breathe out. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Feel the movement like water in your shoulders, in your spine, in your chest, your neck. Feel the gentle movement as you breathe in and you breathe out. Gentle movement like water. Sparkling in this waning moon. And begin to open your eyes if you wish, or you can keep them closed, because we're going to move the head, still focusing on the water in our bodies, looking out over to one side, breathing over your head, so you're looking out over your shoulder. Feeling the subtle movements in your body. And then inhale forward. And exhale over to the other side. You might still feel the gentle movement of your torso. And after a full breath here, inhale back to center. Lovely. Looking down between your knees, looking at your feet, if your feet are there, and then start to move the head guided by your nose. So your nose is making circles in front of you. Take 3 gentle, slow circles one way. Being careful with the back of your neck, you can make the circles smaller if you need to. And 3 gentle circles, slow circles the other way. Listening to your neck, listening to your breath. Breath is guiding these movements. And when you've completed your third and the second direction, moving the head back up. And then one ear is going to the shoulder, keeping the shoulder away, dropping the shoulder down. You can bring out the hand if you wish, or just place the hand on the lap. Inhale up. Exhale over the other side, stretching out the side of your neck now. And then inhale up. Lovely. Lovely slow start. And then let's roll the shoulders forward. And backwards. Wonderful. And then lift up the shoulders, and the right shoulder's going forward and the left is going back. See how that feels. You might be making circles on your knees, one going one way, one going the other way. And then lifting up. And the right shoulder's going back and the left is going forward. This does a lovely kind of massaging thing with your shoulder blades. And back to center and drop down. Lovely, that's great. Okay, so clasping the hands together and stretching the palms away. Engaging your abdominal muscles, tucking them in, lifting up Mula Bandha. Soft head, soft neck. Deep breaths. And then lifting up, stretching up. A few deep breaths. tucking in your abdominal muscles, lifting from the side, stretching out the side of your trunk. And then releasing the hands, clasping behind, opening up. And then you can bring the palms together if they want to come together, otherwise have them apart. Deep breaths. And releasing down. Bring the right hand out, coming into the crease of the left elbow. Stretching out here. Shoulder here. Deep full breaths. And release. Open up the arms. The left hand, the left arm is going in the crease of the right elbow. Deep breaths. Stretching out here. And release, opening up nice and wide, shoulder blades going towards each other, tucking in tummy, opening up chest, placing the hands on the knees, rounding down, opening up wide, and then placing hands on the knees, grounding down. Lovely. One more time, opening up. And then bring the hands back to the knees. That's great. Okay, let's bring the legs out. Let's have a little point and flex. And then rotating the feet one way and then the other way. That's great. And then wobbling from side to side. Wonderful. Okay, so let's take away our cushion or blanket or whatever it is, block. And we'll come onto all fours for a moment. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips. And start by doing a figure of 8 with your hips. We're just going to take a few in one direction, freeing up the hips. Been sitting for a little while. Breathe into your wonderful pelvis and hip bones, the joints here, hip joints, and then the other way. Such an important part of the body. Keeping this area flowing. This really connects to this phase of the month, the sacrum, bladder, the womb for women, reproductive organs, and back to centre. Okay, let's just have a little scoop of the pelvis, little pelvic tilts. So it's a bit like the cat flexions and extensions, but it's mainly focusing on the pelvis. So there's a little bit going on with the spine, but it's mainly just the pelvis. Lovely. Okay, and back to centre. We'll place the right leg out, just have a little rock back on the right toes, straight leg. And then bringing the right leg up on the outside edge of your hands. And again, you can, like we've done before, you can bring in your blocks here if you wish. Inhale forward, exhale back. For the hip hamstring stretch. can tell this is one of my favourites. I do this most mornings. And then coming back to centre, placing the left hand down and the right hand up. In the twist. Feeling the energy reaching to the sky and then down to the earth. And then opening up the arm, if it's okay to do that. You can bring the hand behind, just resting behind you. Open up the shoulder. And then lift up the arm again. And place the hand down. Okay, so in a perfect position for lizard. So you can open up, sometimes it gets called dragon in yin yoga. So you can open up the foot if you wish. So turn the right foot out to the side, if that's okay for you. I'm going to keep mine straight. Take a breath in and then come down onto your forearms if that's okay for you. You can use blocks here as well. And you can also bring in a mudra or stack your fists. So if you're doing a mudra, you've got your thumbs in at your third eye and your palms together, opening up the hands. You can stay up here, which is lovely to do. So there's different options. Mudra, stacking fists, coming up on your hands. You could even have blocks so you're not so down so low. You can have your foot out or your foot in. Deep, steady breaths, breathing into the hip. And then come up again if you're down. Bringing yourself back up. And then we're going to come into pigeon. So you've got your right leg underneath. You may need a rolled up blanket underneath your right hip. Inhale, open up the chest. And then exhale, folding forward. A few deep breaths here. And this lovely forward fold. So again, you could be stacking your fists, and you can actually use the mudra again if you particularly like it. And you can lay on your hands or down on the mat. Breathing into your right hip, the outside edge of the hip this time. It's a wonderful way to release the piriformis muscle. Then inhale, coming up, tucking around the toes, the left toes, and just lift up the leg. A nice straight leg for a little bit. And then exhale back into tabletop. Spread the fingers and then come back into downward dog. Bent knees. Inhale up, straight. Legs, exhale into downward dog. Maybe you could walk out the dog or just hold it, and you could shake out your leg if you wish. Inhale, lower the knees down on the exhale, and then inhale up, and then exhale back to neutral. The left foot goes back. Rocking back on the left toes, stretching out your leg. And then let's bring the leg forward on the outside of your hands, and we'll come into our hamstring hip stretch. Wonderful deep breaths. Inhale forward, place down the right hand, lift up the left, nice and strong. Wonderful twist here, can really release the sacroiliac joint here. And then bring the hand behind, place it on your sacrum or tuck it behind a little bit, opening up the shoulder. And the hand comes back up, down to the mat. And we're going to lower down into lizard. So remember, you can turn your foot out like this. That's quite a popular one. Or you can stay up like this. Of course, you can have your blocks. And you'll come down into the mudra for the thumbs at the third eye. Or stack your fists. Breathe. Wonderful, strong hip opening posture. And there's no need to go down if it feels too much. This is as strong as it is. So deep, steady breaths really helps with a strong one. Take a breath in, and now we're going to exhale into pigeon. So you're drawing back the right leg and the left leg is bent underneath you. You can place a blanket under here, onto your left hip or a cushion or a block. Inhale, lengthening, opening up the chest. And then exhale, coming forward into the sleeping pigeon. So remember, you can stack your fists, mudra, lay on your hands, come onto the mat, whatever's comfortable. So deep, slow breaths now. Breathing into the outside of your hip, glute muscles, and deep inside your pelvis. Releasing piriformis. Really breathe into the stretch. But keep it relaxed. And gently moving upwards. Breath in. And then exhale yourself back into downward dog. And give your leg a bit of a shake off, if you wish. Your left leg. And maybe walk your dog. Has been in some strong hip postures there. Breath in. Exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale, upward cat. And exhale, down into child. Taking a few resting moments in child. Bring the hands behind so you're in embryo. The arms going behind you rather than in front. And then now moving off your heels onto the mat and finding your way down onto the mat for our final few movements before coming into Shavasana. So hands are by your side, the feet and knees hip width apart, and we're going to gently move up into bridge a couple of times. Okay, so inhale, exhale, lifting up Mula Bandha, engaging your abdominal muscles, and gently coming up into bridge, hands by the side, or you can clasp underneath, Take a couple of breaths here. Release the hands if they're underneath you. Inhale and exhale down. If that's too much, you can always take a flowing bridge. Breath in. Exhale. Last time. So coming up nice and strong. Lifting up. You're feeling those strong glute muscles, those hips raising towards the sky. Hands clasped underneath or by your side. One more breath. Breath in. Exhale down. Lovely. Okay, that's great. And then draw the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. That's a wonderful little back bend, that one. Okay, and if you can reach up to hold your feet in Happy Baby, otherwise behind your legs is good, and your thighs. Remember, you can have something underneath your head. If you find you're lifting your back up too much, just ease off. You can just lower it down. And then slowly make your way down into Shavasana. Corpse posture. So you're making yourself nice and warm. This is your time to rest. Deep, gentle rest. Your whole body is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. So feeling your body resting here in a really comfortable position. You can always put things underneath your knees in these Shavasana sessions. You always can keep your knees up if you wish. So noticing this gentle softness as the energy has now moved from its full moon point. It's really moved into a gentle waning moon, watery, soft. Beginning to feel like slowing down. No more silly old multitasking. Allow yourself to be. Fully rest. Relax. Your whole body can bathe in this white moonlight. Your whole body can rest. And if you wish to stay here longer, please do. Otherwise, following me, you can move on to your side. Make your way back up to seated. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Notice how your body moves very gently with your inhale and exhale. can carry on with these subtle movements as you take a couple more breaths. Really checking in with how you're feeling. And then bring the hands to the heart center. Let's close with our Om vibration. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. So wonderful to have you on this journey. Really enjoying the comments. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, so tomorrow will be day 22. And I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you'd like to become a member of this channel, then you can just click the join button below and it will show you the exclusive membership perks. It'll be so lovely to have you on board. Namaste.